the people of the USA. Yeah. Oh, John Bruto, he got a lot to say. Oh, yes, he does. 'Cause there's a good old boy down in Texas, Texas. And there's a blue dot family in the USA.
All over this world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Indeed there is, and I thank John Lawrence out of Tallahassee, Florida for that song and using his voice in our fight, baby. How y'all doing? It is Sunday. It is Sunday. It's time to have we got a week to look forward to here, baby. There's some excitement coming, I understand. So rumor has it, they say. Anyway, before we get into everything else, I have a few thank yous to send out. One, I don't know who sent me this shirt. I got my first Trump 2020 crossed out, and it says 2020 to life. Ah, baby. I want to thank whoever sent this shirt. There was no name attached to it, but I'm gonna enjoy wearing this one because it's an eye catcher. Oh, look there, Trump, Trump, Trump. Uh-oh, get close. Yep, 20 to life. That'd be fine with me. I'd be good with that. But wait, there's more. I know who this came from. I got delivered onto my doorstep a set of cajon drum, and I know who sent these. Our own DJ Mosley sent these to me. DJ's down in the room right now. I want to get him up here in just a minute and thank him for these. This is going to allow me to play the cajon without using my hands, and I can get a better beat. Anyway, DJ, everybody's got a kick out of that. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And then it was a good day to go to the mailbox because the T-shirt was in there and 2 cards. And I got the first card from, let me see if I can read again. Wait a minute. Judy from Ohio. And Judy from Ohio, she's been in here lots of times. Anyway, it says, step by step, one day at a time. It says healing good days and bad days, taking care of yourself, and some mushy stuff in there. Anyway, thank you so much for that, for keeping me in your thoughts. Yeah, we're going through shit. That's what we do. Wait. I'm almost passing the wrong card. Wait, there's more, just like on TV. This one is from Beverly White. Beverly, thank you very much. I got a big kick out of this. There's a cat on the front trying to get into a pair of blue jeans. It's just not quite making it. Just got to suck it in a little bit more. It says, the struggle is real. It says, enough said. Boone's mom. So Boone's mom, thank you very much, darling. I have cats that look like that. They're trying to get that way. Anyway, I want to thank that smart-ass squaw for the first one jumping in, followed by Jeff Curry, Nancy Halverson, Miss Linda's here, Adina Michael, Mega Wet Willie's here. Thank you very much. Let me see, Pat Hunter, Misha Chick. Thank you, baby, for being here always. Karen Van Wyck. Bruce Preston is here. Let me see, Jeff Curry, BW's here, Jay Clayton and Stephanie's there, and they're having a beautiful day in the sun. I know what you mean. We had a gorgeous day down here in South Texas. It's going to be that way for a few days. But anyway, Adina Michael, thank you for being here. Our own Bernadette Priya's here. Carol Lowe. Lord have mercy, everybody's here. Dorothy Tyndall's here. Debbie Marie. Lorraine Barrett, thank you for being here. Annie Coburn, thank you. Let me jump on down here. Mark Perkins is here. Boy, howdy, they're just flying. I got to get to the bottom down here somewhere. Keith Thompson's here. And I want to thank Joette Verstappen. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, for following us on YouTube. Thank you. Anyway, let me get my glasses back on here so I can halfway see shit. Anyway, well, this is the week, baby. First indictment's coming down Tuesday. He's got to fly out of Mar-a-Lago tomorrow to fly up to New York City so he can be there for the big show. And we're all gonna be glued. They've showed the New York City area heavy in security and whatnot. And we have to remember where they're going. They're going to New York City. Ooh, there's a whole lot of people in New York City don't like Trump. And the last time this was supposed to happen, that last Tuesday before when he was supposed to get arrested, there weren't that many followers that showed up to, But this time, baby, it's going to be different. This time we have supporters that are going to be there. Marjorie Taylor Greene is just really out there cranking them up, baby, to get out there in the street. And let's see what happens with this shit. But I'm looking forward to this week for a lot more because there are rumors out there in, I guess, Twitter land or wherever they're coming from, and saying that the Bonnie Willis out of I'm sorry, I'm trying to do something. Out of Georgia is going to come in with indictments this week. Let's wait and see.
Fannie Willis.
Let's wait and see. So I don't know. It would just be icing on the cake at this point. But before we get into discussion, DJ, let me thank you for the cajon brushes, buddy.
You're very welcome. I thought it might make life a little easier on you when you go over for a jam session at Joe's.
It'll definitely make it easier to play.
Oh, good.
So those showed up on my porch, so I really appreciate that. That was really, Travis is already checking them out.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
have fun with them.
We had the cajon out there in the living room, and we was putting on music and playing along.
That's cool.
Baby. It is. So thank you for that.
How was your anniversary yesterday?
Huh?
How did your anniversary go yesterday?
Thank you for asking. It went very well. Mom and I went out for dinner. Yes,
Hey.
yes. It was. We went to Chili's and got a booth. We had a wonderful dinner. Walking down 46 years of memories, and I'm blessed for every year that I've been with her and continue to be. And so yeah, we ate until we were stuffed, and then we went and did a little shopping, and which again is a bigger thing than what you think it is. So yes, our anniversary went very well. So thank you for asking. Anyway, let's get everybody in here. Bernadette.
Yes, congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much, dear. I got your message. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a long time for her to put up with your ass.
Ain't it though? That's an understatement. Understatement. I'm telling you, she should have got rid of my ass year one. She probably would have been better off for it. She probably would have married somebody much more handsome and richer, I'm sure. But I got lucky, and she made me an April Fool, and I've been a fool for her for 46 years. So.
Yes, you have. You get like little girl giggling when you talk about.
He gets more foolish every year, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
Every year.
He
I'm
does.
going through a second childhood.
Like a little girl.
Yep.
Miss you, Chick, how are you, darling?
I'm good, John.
I saw your anniversary message, and where was I? In Discord. I think it was.
Okay, I was going to say I couldn't remember where I left it.
I think it was Discord.
It might have
I
been.
can't remember anything.
You have
right
quite a
now.
few of them out there.
I did.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody who sent well wishes for me and Marcia. I appreciate it tremendously, and we did. We spent the whole day together, and we needed that. So, but I was as surprised as y'all as we went to dinner. I think she was kind of pressured into it, but it turned out well, and she was happy that she went. So.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, so what's going on?
All sorts of stuff. What do you want to talk about?
What? I don't know. Kind of a
Wanna talk
slow
about-
news week, ain't it?
Not really.
Not really. Pray tell, what has happened?
Well, most of I think it's already popped up in the chat. Marginal trailer trash is going to be on 60 Minutes tonight.
Oh,
We're
is
not going
she?
to watch that. We're not going to give them any ratings on that. No.
No, we're not watching.
I'll
We're not
see.
watching.
I'll see the recap in the news.
Yeah.
I'm sure whatever comes out of her stupid mouth will be replayed on the news. So
Over
Exactly.
and over and over again.
indeed,
Uh-huh.
it will be. So
Yes,
I don't think we're
CBS,
going to miss anything important. I'm
And we have
surprised.
CBS
a
has got a lot of flack for it before it's
yeah.
happened. Everybody has come in and said how they think it is the most stupid thing
Well,
CBS
what
News
is she
could
gonna
do.
What is she gonna say?
We don't know because we're not going to watch.
Why is she gonna come in there and try to defend this shit? She doesn't know what the indictments are for. You know,
I
that's the thing with
Well,
all these Republicans
she
coming out like
she's
this.
The
she's gonna
funniest
say
thing,
it's a what is this stupid fucking committee they got going on?
I'm
It's the
t-
weaponization
weaponization.
of blah
It's
blah
the
blah.
weaponization of our government
Yeah.
against their feckless fucking dumbass leader
No
that's
shit.
dumb enough to fucking commit crimes and leave dangling strings out there for
All over the
years and
place.
years and years. Get him! I can't wait. I can't wait. John,
There will not
every
be any
time
shortage of entertainment.
every
she's
time I
so
think
intelligent.
about him getting arrested, I just laugh. I mean,
Yeah.
I just get the biggest kick out of just knowing that he's going to be booked. He's going to be, well, they said they might not have to mugshot him because he is very, his
Prominent,
image is very
yeah.
well known and prominently out there. But to fingerprint him,
Oh yeah,
to give him a New York State ID number for criminals,
that's what I want to see right there.
That's what I want to see that
The
number.
prisoner
Just-
ID number.
this tickles me
Me
pink,
too.
and that's a lot of tickling.
Hey, let me
And that's
send out.
I
probably
get a
gonna
kick out of it.
Let me
that's
send out.
probably gonna be the most of it though for like 18 months. You do know that, right?
What's that?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna laugh every time I think about it.
Oh, every time.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah,
see-
we're not going to get to a
because see,
trial for a while.
Here's the thing: whether he gets indicted or not, whether he gets found guilty or not, he will still have that number. He will still have that mugshot. He
Oh,
will
yeah.
still have those fingerprints. His DNA will still be on file to use in other cases, of course. Whether,
Well, yeah.
he might have left DNA a long time ago. Anyway, all that shit's gonna be in some fucking state database somewhere on his dumb ass saying
And let's not
he
forget.
was arrested. He was arrested.
Let's not
And that's
forget
the
that the
first
time between the time he gets indicted and the time of the trial, he's under indictment the whole time. So we'll have it every day. It'll just be a lovely little gift you could smile at.
Yes, I mean I'm just tickled pink behind
I
that
am
shit,
too.
y'all.
Well, and again, here's the sad part: is just from when they said they were filing the indictment or sending it to him through this weekend, $48 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a lot of money.
Oh yeah, he's
Okay.
raising it left and right.
Yep.
Let me speaking of money, let me send out a couple of thank
He's a
yous.
victim.
Oh yeah, he's a victim, all right. Let me thank Karen Van Wyk. She's proud of me now. I haven't screwed up in a while. Sent in $5 and said, and this is what it's about. 50 years of doing crime. It is about long overdue for him to do the time. Indeed. It's not just this bullshit. It's bullshit over his whole freaking business life, his whole life.
I mean, we're just scratching the surface on this shit.
Oh yeah, we're just
This
getting
shit has
started.
been going on forever.
Ever. And let me
Okay.
thank Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong, and Secret Squirrels, who came in with a $10 donation and said, happy anniversary to Mama and Papa Blue Dot. Well, I hope she heard that one. I'm sure
Glenn
she did.
Kirshner wrote an article for MSNBC, and in his article, he talks about how prosecutors are competitive, and he thinks now that one prosecutor has broken the ice, the others are going to
Hey.
try and outdo him.
Well, I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but I know that the case down in Georgia, it's ready to go. It's time to
Yeah.
rock and roll down there. The one with Jack Smith in Washington, no, those are going to take a little bit more time. They're still calling witnesses.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Glenn Kirshner's pretty good. He's a former prosecutor, so
yeah.
he kind of takes the psychological aspect of what being a prosecutor is, and he applied it to the.
I think
What's gonna
Technologic 21's got it. Multiple indictments inbound, but the one that the one that will get him will be the vote meddling in Georgia. That one's
I
going to
sure
stand
hope
out. They have a
I
lot
think
of.
that one's taken a little longer to put together because they got to get it specifically the way they want it.
And I'm glad they are.
Absolutely.
I'm glad they're taking their
Absolutely.
time.
And they just got a whole bunch, the judge just came out and said a whole bunch of people in that D.C. cases need to get their asses up there and testify. So that's going to take a little bit of
Yeah.
time for them to
You know,
investigate
this
all
is
that.
this is
Yeah.
going to provide months and months and months of entertainment.
And I'm just going to shit eat and grin for the whole time.
I know it. Well, there's danger ahead, baby. Let me thank Janice Dubose, who just came in with a $2 donation. Thank you very much, Janet. Breaking a separate grand jury in Manhattan not related to Alvin Bragg's investigation. Trump has just indicted both Donald Jr. I heard this. Something. Maybe one of y'all check it out, Miss Chick. If Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump been charged with anything or indicted, or
I couldn't find anything.
Not
Yeah.
that I heard.
I
Not
saw
I've
that,
heard.
but I have not seen any. I didn't want to bring it up because I
Might have
haven't
been
seen.
April Fools. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they both have opened their mouth and they won't shut up, both of them.
Well,
Well, right.
that's what Cy Vance was talking about. Since the indictment has been, Donnie's already, his mouth is already said things that
I
he could
so
be
want
charged
him
with
to
obstruction
talk.
of justice.
I
He's got
so want
two
him to
things that
talk.
he said that can be charged. I think you talked about it, John, the baseball bat picture and the
Yes.
death and destruction threat. Both violate New York
Yes.
law.
Yeah.
and
Even
what do
if
you
he
think?
walked him back, it doesn't matter.
He's already gotten the impact, and that's how come we're all Uday and Kusei Trump. Yeah. Got a chuckle out of that one. Look, it's who they are. Oh, darn it.
I remember
That made me
too.
lose my train of thought. There it went right down the train.
Hurry.
Speaking of trains, I got
sorry.
another derailment in Michigan, in Montana. I'm sorry, Montana. Nothing
Yeah,
like
this
having a
is
little
the
infrastructure
going
problem
thing.
in the country. I'll tell you, we got things to do, babe.
Well,
We do.
and we have a fourth Republican that has said he's going to declare
Asa Hutchinson.
Asa
Yes.
Hutchinson.
Indeed. He come out and threw the dice out there. He's gonna run.
Yep.
Good.
Yep, he hasn't. It's not formal, but he slipped it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, he put the word out. So, yeah, rock and
And I
roll.
think
Let's
he
see how
called
many
on-
line up against him.
He called on Trump to bow out, too.
Think he'll do it?
Yeah. No.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Whose birthday? Somebody's birthday. Hidden?
Yeah, that's what I just saw.
Who's hidden?
Hidden forest. Hidden.
Hidden forest. Yes. What the John, please? Are you shitting me? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hidden Forest. Happy birthday to you. And many
I'll
more.
say it, but I won't sing it. Happy
What?
birthday.
There you go. That's
Happy
me
birthday,
singing.
Hidden.
What you got against my singing? I see.
Nothing. I
Spirit
just
Nothing?
can't carry a
tell you.
tune.
Well, like I always say, I don't care. You like my singing. I like my singing. That's the. It puts a smile on my face. Anytime.
You know what put a smile on my face
What
today?
put a smile on your face?
That a whole lot of celebrities and businesses stuck their tongue out at Elon Musk and said, "Go to hell with your check mark."
Oh, the blue check mark thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great.
they are
Buy
not
one,
happy
I
with
guess.
him.
That's what I heard. Can you just buy one?
Well, you know what made my day, Mr. Chick? My
I'm gonna guess
granddaughter,
that the stock prices went down on Twitter.
my granddaughter, she's about 8 months old, 8 months old. I'm not sure. She smiled at me today. She smiled.
Aw,
That was so
Oh.
cute.
Well,
Love them baby
that,
smiles.
that
sweet.
does have a
Yeah.
way of twisting the heart.
ain't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
And who don't like to have their heart twisted just a little bit?
Yeah,
It reminds us we're here. So,
it does.
Gotta have something to look forward to.
well, see,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this whole week. At least part of it, anyway. Like
Well,
I
and-
said, though, don't think this is going to go off without a hitch somewhere. With Donnie, we know he's going to come out there.
He wanted to come out and do his Roger Stone best impression on the courtroom steps, and the DA said no. Take your ass
But
back
he
down to
still has a
Mar-a-Lago ass.
4 mile
And so he's going
parade
to,
zone that he's going to do.
yeah,
You know
well,
he's going to do it.
he's going to do it at Mar-a-Lago ass.
No, he's got to get from Trump Tower down to the courthouse or whatever, and that's 4 miles.
Yeah, 4 mile ride to the
Yes.
courthouse, and then
Which is 4 miles in New York City is a long time.
you know that's what I
Yeah.
keep reminding people. This is New York City. He's not well liked in New York City.
No.
You know.
But you have to remember he will have Secret Service on his ass
Oh,
the
he
whole
will.
time.
Oh,
He will.
yeah.
You know, but I don't. What is going to make the entertainment value going up is people like Marjorie Taylor shithole trying to stir the pot down there for Donnie. And
Yeah.
what did
Well,
y'all
she
say?
has
Matt
Secret
Gates is going to come also?
No.
No?
Let's hope
You know
so.
what,
Why?
John? It must be really sucky to run around like being a fucking toilet brush.
Marjorie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that's a good metaphor for her. She's always trying to scrape shit off his ass.
So what is it? Marjorie Toilet Brush Green? Is that what it stands for?
I guess. She's an embarrassment in Georgia's 14th district. Are you shitting me, Georgia? Come on, baby.
She's an embarrassment
She
just to
stole
life
that
in
district.
general on this planet.
Indeed.
What will
Indeed.
happen to the Secret Service if Trump's convicted?
I
I guess he gets Secret Service.
Huh?
He gets Secret Service
Will they-
inside prison.
will
I
they go to
guess.
jail
I don't
with him?
know.
He gets a secret
You know,
6x10.
Does he have Secret
That's gonna
Service
be
sitting
one of
around
those
out in the
things.
yard?
That's going to be one of those things that, is that going to be one of those former presidential privileges that he might have to give up?
Yeah.
Well, if I were a Secret Service agent, I wouldn't want to be living in jail with Trump. That's for damn.
Hey, boo, what I do?
He'd probably be
pays,
in
it
good
all pays
company
it.
in there, though. Trump, if he was in
Well, he's
prison.
got to be in the general
It-
population, so when he bends over to
Why,
pick up
would,
the vote,
why wouldn't they be able to deputize an already prison guard or whatever? They could,
Don't know.
but that's a good question
Don't
because
know.
I don't know anybody who other than Michael Cohen, who wanted to go to jail for this motherfucker.
Back up. Always have a backup plan.
Hey,
Adapt, overcome, move forward. That's what you do. Anyway.
So, OPEC has been up to some stuff.
What
Did
is
you see
OPEC
that today?
doing? What?
Well, OPEC, they call it OPEC Plus, I think.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
OPEC Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have announced or are going to announce that they're going to cut their surprise cuts totaling 1.15 million barrels per day from May until the end of the year.
They're going to
Wow,
reduce exportation to who?
Oh, they're cutting
They're
their
cutting back their
actual
production?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder what that's going to do to the cost of,
Yeah.
Well,
tea in China.
and it's actually in some strange way it actually helps Russia.
Sure.
And I think the cut represents less than 5% of Saudi Arabia's average production of 11.5 million barrels a day, but the smaller ones are Iraq, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Kazakhstan, Algeria, Oman, and Russia, of course, is on there. But it's all going to boost prices for a while, and guess what? It always happens when we get closer to election.
Yeah, they like to play that game, don't they? And
Yeah,
let's
they do.
remind you what the oil companies are making in profit nowadays.
Well, and let's
Hey,
remind
you know what?
which side
we
of
as
the political
Americans-
spectrum tends to lean towards these guys, too.
We as Americans, if we're smart, I mean, you don't have to go out and buy an electric car. There are other forms of transportation out there that are electric, that are far more economical to acquire, but you need to get something just to keep that oil, snatching motherfucker out your pocket.
My
Right.
wife,
They're gonna be screaming for dollar bills, and aren't eggs high enough already?
yeah, Yeah, they are. But my wife has a Prius C and it gets 55 miles per gallon. It's a hybrid.
I understand that, but not everybody can afford to go out and buy an electric car.
Well, we
However,
bought it in 2014.
But
It's an old car.
yes,
Bernadette, I was looking at an electric lawnmower today.
the electric
I
lawnmowers,
can't afford
electric
a car.
bicycles, electric scooters. There's all kind of electric
I
vehicles
was indeed
that you
looking
can
at
get
electric.
Is it a
around.
riding
And
lawnmower, John, so you can ride
yeah,
it to town?
John got out there and
you
mowed the
know,
grass today. The only thing John has left is a push mower. I forget how big a
well,
piece of property I have
it,
sometimes.
Is it
it doesn't take
self-propelled?
That
gas.
reminds me. So yeah, I got to get that fixed. Let me throw this in real quick because I did read this story earlier, and it is a sign of. I hope it's not a sign of things to come, but it's a devastating situation going on. If anybody knows David Packman, who uses his voice on him a
Yes.
lot, and Julie Christopherson Lynch just came in and reminding us, if you can take a minute, John, we need to support David Packman. Don Jr. and et al. Sent his followers to attack and harass him, his advertisers, and his staff. It's bad. Death threats and much more. He's asking for likes and comments. We need to stand together through this shit. Stand strong, Blue Dots. United we stand. Divided we fall. Indeed, you couldn't say it any better than that. Indeed, he is being attacked. And for using his voice, and that should make every one of us a little nervous that does this. And since the indictment, I can't say anything. Has the traffic around my house picked up a little bit? Yeah, yeah.
Any
So
new flags?
it's not. It's just there's more than normal, so it just makes me perk my ears up around here. Uh, and anybody that uses it, and David Packman has a huge following, and so yes, if you could go by there and go to his podcast and follow, like, share, and subscribe. Everything you can do to support him, because they're going to go after him, and that's sad. But I'm afraid it's sort of what we got to look forward to.
This is what they do. This is why they grip, so they could go out and attack people. Don't feel bad, David Packman. You're in a company of,
You're in good
of
company,
some
brother.
very qualified professionals right now. So you
Is
must
it
be doing something right.
it's a podcast? Is it on YouTube or is it on
He's on
um,
YouTube.
Yeah, he's on
He's
YouTube.
on Facebook.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. Just,
I'll look him up then.
yeah.
I'll go there.
All you have to do is Google him. It'll pop right
Okay.
up. David Packman. Yes, he's good too. He's good. Much prettier than me too. So
John, they don't come through your
I mean, how would you like
Gary
for your
Spring
name
is
to be
calling out
Alvin
Mike
Bragg?
Malloy, who is another person who uses his voice outstanding. There's a whole bevy of people out there that are in this fight and stay in it. Marcia just pointed out to me. We hadn't even been married 40 years yet. 40 years yet when we started this. When I first started my ranch, we had only been married 39 years.
Wow.
So, yeah, it is. It's been a long time we've been doing this. But
Well,
the
she's
fight has been
sticking
worth
with
it.
you.
Huh?
She's sticking with you, so
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, so far so good. Looks like we might make 47. Shit. Who
Wow.
knows? She knows me. I'm looking
It'll be a
at
good
50.
time.
I want the 50. Oh, yeah, I want to make my kids give me a party. Throw me a party
John,
here.
what do you
50
get for a
years.
50th wedding anniversary? What kind of present?
A smile on her face is all I need.
Oh, okay.
That's the only present I need, brother.
Is that the silver anniversary? I can't remember.
I don't know. That's what I'm
Silver is
asking.
25, 50 is golden.
Yeah, 50 is your
Golden.
golden
Okay.
wedding anniversary, yeah. Yeah, so we're going through the precious metals, so. It puts a smile on my face. Don't think that this, it hasn't been 46 years of bliss, baby. Let me tell you, like in anybody's life, we have had heartache deluxe, heaped on one after another. Sometimes you feel, but all we can do is hang on to each other.
That's what life is like, John.
It's no different than this Blue
everybody
Dot
does
family.
it.
We got each other to hold on to, baby. That's what we got. We got this whole, and it's multiplied by so many people that are blue dots that don't even never heard the word blue dot. They're just good Democrats, good people out there that are still fighting for this country, still making it to the voting booth when they have to.
I hope so.
Well, Bart Larson, it's about time you woke up, bub. We've been waiting on your ass. I'm just letting you know, buddy. He's all ready to go, but somebody said, "Hey, where's Bart?" I said, "Somebody said he's taking a nap." So, but we waited on you, brother. Thank you for being. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. I am. I'm looking forward to this week. I want to see some action. It's not going to be all rainbows and butterflies, but I want to see something happen. It's time for some accountability.
Well, Monday, if you're waiting for Tuesday, you can watch the NCAA final Monday night if you like sports. That'll keep you occupied.
Seen LSU going the NCAA women's.
Yeah, well, all women's okay.
Or you vote for John.
Hello, Ed. Ed, where have you been? Jesus. Ed, I'm so sorry, brother. I'm losing my mind. You've been in this room for a little. You've been in this room for a little while, and just a few minutes ago, I looked over there. And I thought, "Oh, Ed's in the room. Get him in the room." And then my mind went somewhere else. Ed, how have you been?
I'm great.
Good, brother.
Who are you going for the Final Four?
Who's going to Final Four?
Who are you going for?
Oh, I don't have a pick, brother.
Now.
I haven't had time to even know. I just noticed that they keep talking about the, it's really been upset this year with the teams going into the Final Four are not who you always thought they were going to be.
Well, it's San Diego State and UConn, isn't it, Ed?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
UConn's going to win it all.
It's been a week. It's been a week since the shooting, and of course, still,
right.
It's all heating. It's all still It's still a lot of fist fights, left and right, on who's to blame and who's not to blame. And yet, still, it makes you wonder. I sometimes wonder how the Tennessee GOP sleep at night. I sometimes wonder how they sleep at night.
They've been running that picture of that Tennessee congressman who sent out his Christmas card with his whole family holding AR-15s and weapons and stuff. And even regardless of the shooting that they've had in Tennessee.
Well,
it just makes me just out loud go, what the fuck? Really? Jesus' birthday and you want to whip out an AR-15? Just tells me just how much you believe in your freaking religion when you do that shit. You don't. You're in it for the show. You want to show your neighbors, look at me.
Like the second Messiah. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Mark Wahlberg in a movie called Tennessee, the patron state of shooting.
They are heavily Second Amendment people in Tennessee. Are you? Yes, very red state.
Of course they are.
I have family there, and they still talk to me. I'm lucky. They're not Democrat, not all of them, and but I'm glad that's one part of my family that still tolerates me. But when you're talking about Tennessee and gun laws and everything, and every time now, I'm thinking that's the picture that shows up in my mind is that congressman, and he's not the only one. Hell, we've seen the same thing with Lauren Boebert. Hell, a bunch of them. Look at me, Jesus and an AR.
Yeah, she runs around hollering Jesus and all the rest of that. Her little 17-year-old son got his girlfriend pregnant.
Tell me again about your Christian values.
Is going to be a grandma, okay? So and now she don't want to talk about what the Bible says is right.
Sarah Palin was the same way with her bullshit.
Whatever his name down in Tennessee, these people that run around and hollering, guns don't kill people, people kill people, and this person had mental health issues and was a murderer. They were a murderer when they decided, and the law allowed them to buy guns with the intent to go to a public school and kill children. And any of these fuckers that are running around hollering about oh, we need to help save the kids and all the rest of that. They need to be saved from y'all allowing guns to
And I've been
continue to
getting
roam our
an
streets.
awful
Better
They're
lot.
still saying we need to protect the kids from the drag people and the drag queens and the gay people.
Yeah,
Makes
well,
no sense.
drag people and
Makes no
gay
damn
people and books, banned books, and all the rest of that. That's not what's killing the kids. Guns are
guns are.
killing the kids, and
Some
guns
of the
are
book
the
fans.
problem, especially when they're in the hands of people who have mental health issues. Because you fuckheads won't do nothing about changing the law.
No. There was a comment on one of my videos where this guy was talking about how the guns, quit talking about the guns, it wasn't the guns, it was people, all this. And I just simply replied to this idiot that the Second Amendment does not say you're allowed to have an AR-15 or other military weapon.
No,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
Not really, no.
specify what you're allowed to have. What I key on all the time is they always leave off that first part.
Militia.
Yes, the security of the.
a well-regulated.
Thank you, Bernadette. A well-regulated militia
militia
being necessary for the
regulated.
security of a free state.
And the welfare of the nation, of the state. A well-regulated militia.
Well-regulated
Not
militia.
some
That's your National
armed
Guard.
state that everybody
So-
shoots at everybody just because.
If you want to have an AR-15, go join. They'll give you an M16. Go join the National Guard, buddy. You don't have to join Bubba's Backyard Brigade. What does Bubba know anyway? Bubba's full of shit. Bubba's got too much of a beer gut going on for anything to happen. But yeah, a well-regulated militia necessary for the security of a free state. Fine, let's have that well-regulated part.
You want to holler all this free state shit, and then you want to go up here and attack the Manhattan DA, not even the state DA, the Manhattan Borough DA, about using federal funds and all that. That letter that was written on behalf of Alvin Bragg's office was brilliant, and it should shut Jim the fuck up, Jordan.
It won't.
Because
he's Jim fucking Jordan.
Up.
Jim
Jesus.
jacket off Jordan. He's not
Yes.
doing too well on his committee there, Judiciary
He
Committee.
thinks he is.
He thinks he
It
is.
should be more like Jim Jerkoff.
Well, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a law degree. So he's getting mocked on by people who do have one.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, he's stirring up the base.
But that's all that they got.
I
That's
know.
all that they got. That's all that Trump
Fear.
got. That's why they will not take a picture of him and release it to the public as a mugshot, so he can't sit up here and raise billions of dollars off of a
And
fucking
you know he will.
mugshot and call
You know
himself
he
a
will.
victim.
As soon as that mugshot hit, it would be right on a poster for a donation for him on every damn website you could think of. Send me money.
I'm going to go on the record as voting. I don't think they should have any cameras in the.
I don't want to see no.
Courthouse.
I don't want to see no drama in the courthouse.
If it
You
ever
won't
does
let him
get
make
to the
his drama
trial court.
outside. You know.
He'll probably sell $99 copies of his mugshot if there was one.
There you go.
with a copy of the rubber gloves they used to. Yeah. Boy, howdy shit.
NFT, nice fucking trash.
Yeah. Let me see here. We have a visitor down there. I'll see if he wants to pop up here and say something. Hello, Aussie Dave. Are you tuning in for the daily As the World Turns down here?
Well, he's muted.
You're muted up. You're muted up, Aussie.
Give him a second.
He might be trying to work issues on his connection down there. We hope you're doing well, my friend. There he is.
Hello, Dave. Good to have
How
you
you
back.
going, guys? Hi, thanks. I see you guys are still struggling with this fucking gun shit. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
you got to bite the bullet. You got to bite the bullet, and it's like being indicted for the first time. You don't have to ban the gun. You have to ban the wrong people having the gun. And we don't ban guns in Australia, and nor does New Zealand. or Canada. What they do is just vet the people that are asking for these killing machines. Why do you need a killing machine? Why can't you just have a 22? What are you going to kill? And that's what you do. That's what we did over here. We vetted the people want to kill. What do you want to kill and why?
It's the mentality that we have in this country, Dave.
It is.
That's
I mean,
the
you
problem.
can go out and kill someone with a chainsaw. You can grab a chainsaw and go down the street. But
Knife, machete,
yeah,
you know,
the
a
guns,
fork,
the
whatever.
guns a bit less personal. The guns takes you away from the killing. I mean, the people that use a gun to kill someone, it's like saying, well, I'm too fucking gutless to face you or confront
I
you,
can
so
do
I'm
it
going to
from 20
sneak
feet
and
away.
kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just sick people.
It is the
but
mentality in this country, Dave, that has been cultivated by the gun industry and you know, the right wing.
It's the money.
Yes, it's a money thing. That's how come I say, let's have a gun buyback. An AR costs you $1,200, we'll give you 16, 15, 1,700, 1,800. Go buy one, bring it right down here. You make a couple $100, go back and buy another one. Money in the bank, baby. Chip them up,
But
grind them up.
What's more sickening is the fact that what I thought 10 years ago with reasonable sort of people have turned out to be total assholes. The ones that are backing the gun laws and the ones that are backing Trump. Some of those people were reasonable people.
At one time. At one time,
Yeah.
you'd like to think that they were reasonable people that you could have a discussion with, that our nation faces certain dangers. You know, that's why we put freaking seatbelts in cars, not for my safety. I mean, you know, you come down the road when you ain't wearing a seatbelt, we get in a wreck, your ass goes through the windshield. That doesn't affect me. I might be hurting my wreck, but I'm gonna have a seatbelt on. You fly over through the windshield. But we realize that we have to take safety precautions in this country. You know,
you want to carry a gun and you want that right to carry a gun, well then your gun must be serviceable, safe, and reliable, and
locked away,
and insured. And there must be then some sort of policing, we'll call it, over the condition of every one of these gun nuts, condition of their gun, and if it's safe to carry in the street, just like a motor car for defects, and just like anything else that could hurt someone.
Are you
want to
abiding?
carry?
Yeah.
Are
Hey,
you,
Dave,
are you,
wanna
are you
hear
looking up your
something sad?
weapon?
Dave, you want to hear something sad? On my
Not
internet,
particularly,
I
but
keep getting ads for inserts that are the bulletproof inserts that go and insert in your bulletproof vest. And one of the things that their selling points is that you can also insert it in a backpack. You know,
So,
your kid
because you get shot from behind, of course.
Backpack.
I like this.
Only a
ceramic
coward needs a
plate?
gun.
AR-15 would be about as effective against the U.S. government tyranny as your ivermectin was against COVID. That's pretty
True.
good. Remixtures wrote that out there.
But this is all backfiring on CNN. The CNN's numbers have dropped into the well because they've gone with this attitude of we're not bagging Trump, but we're not going to promote him. They're sort of running on the fence.
They're
But
trying to
seems
be
like they're
fair and
working
balanced
people.
sometimes, I swear.
Well, it's not working. It's not working for them.
Nah.
Their numbers are in the bin.
There's no,
Actually,
you know,
that's not true, Dave.
You have to remember that CNN was recently bought by a right-wing.
yes.
Correct.
No,
Yeah.
I'm well aware of
There's
that
been
one.
a change in
He's gotten
ownership.
rid of all the better commentators. They're all gone
Their,
now.
I will
their numbers
post-
have
I
actually
will
bumped
post-
up since the announcement of the indictments. Both
Well,
MSNBC and CNN
Everybody's
have
going to
bumped up.
be tuning into whatever their loyal station is now from now on for a
Unfortunately,
while.
you know who Carlson pulled more, but yeah.
I'll post it right now. The on Discord, I will post the what I'm quoting from, the show that gave the figures and where the figures came from. But
Well, I just
I'm
read
quoting
these
from,
figures today, but like I said, this
Yep.
is just since the indictment. Which that was what, Thursday?
Yeah, this is from Ring of Fire.
Yes. Yeah, we heard about
and
it
they're-
on Thursday. It was announced on Friday, wasn't it?
So their numbers bumped up with 1.2 million more views, and 2 million more views for MSNBC, but only since Thursday.
Since Thursday. I don't know what was before that. I'm quoting from since when did I see this? Last night. This was last night I seen this. So as I said, I've just posted it on Discord. Make up your own mind from what you hear, and come up with your own conclusions. But when you look at the reporting from Ring of Fire, he seems to be quoting figures from the right places. So, hey, take it for what it's worth. It's up there on Discord, but they say that their numbers have gone down. Well, my point here is that Trump is losing support everywhere.
His numbers are not
Everywhere.
that great. They are, when you see these polls about who's leading in the Republican Party, and they always say, well, look here, Donnie's the lead, and he is. But man, them numbers are not what you think they should be. He is losing support, and I think he's going to continue to go downhill, losing more and more. But it's like a base, man. It's a booty base. You reduce it down to where it just gets thick, and that's your maggots. Those are the ones we have to worry about.
His medium of Truth Social in September, they've got 2 investigations going on. If those investigations are not over with in September, the organization has to refund a whole bunch of money to all the investors because they can't do the merger. So come September is a moment of truth for Truth Social.
His Truth Social and the political pact that it's associated with are just nothing but grifters anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your... No, it's not a big thing. Nobody's using
I don't
Truth
think-
Social except your maggots. That's it.
Right, and I don't think Gitter's getting it done.
I
either.
get her done, ain't getting it done.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear
What
God.
they did was they
Yeah,
violated
but
Gab is
there-
one of them.
regulations because they
You know-
talked to the investors before they went public or something, and that's a violation. What they were doing was trying to get it set up so they would have the investors ready once they went public, and that's a violation of SEC law.
And you know who was hired to run his Truth Social? Devin Nunes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Newland.
That's right. How's he doing? Oh,
Well,
Devin.
he had no experience, did he?
He thought that was going to be a great career move, didn't he?
Yeah.
Not working out the way he thought it might.
Awesome. Because
Died.
everything that man said just died.
He better write a book.
Not to mention the money shuffling that they're
Oh,
going to get
Lord.
in trouble for.
I'm looking at a
The only
headline here
ones
on the Washington Post, and it says Justice Department said to have more evidence of possible Trump obstruction at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
Well,
Coming out every
the rumor is that Georgia apparently, this is the rumor,
This.
Well, now there's rumors going around on Twitter right now. You
that
can
Georgia,
take it
But
for a
just think about this,
grain of
you
salt, but
The,
yeah,
the Justice Department is saying they have more evidence. But Trump's lead attorney for that particular case was just ordered to go and talk to the grand jury. You remember?
yes, because he can't claim
he's-
client attorney privilege anymore.
no,
'Cause you
he's
can't
got
claim
conflict
that
of
if you're
interest.
committing a crime.
Did
Planning
anybody
crime.
He's
hear
got a
anything
conflict
about
of interest.
James?
He was Stormy Daniels' first attorney. He knows too
Yes,
much
you'd
about
think
the
he'd
wrong
have
things.
conflict of interest there, but I guess not.
Did anybody hear anything about Letitia James? I heard something that she's going to make an announcement this week.
No, I
Yeah, I
have
can
not
post
heard.
it for you. Let me. I reckon I read
Oh,
that
she-
story.
I cannot.
She's New
I
York
can't see it.
again? Is that right? Or
She is the state case out of New York where they're looking
Yes, the
to
Attorney General.
put him out of business. Now that case is, I believe that case goes to court in October, but I believe he also has to sit down for
There's a lot more
deposition in
cases going on than we realize.
And-
We're just
and you got the E. Jean Carroll case coming up
There you go.
in April at the end of this month on the 25th, and that DNA sample that they're about to take in this indictment. Wait, I gotta stop laughing.
it's a sad story we're listening to.
Oh shit! I am just tickle pink on this one, you guys. Okay.
And Just Coggins reminded us. Add to that the Dominion case.
Oh, the Dominion
Yes.
case is about to go to trial.
It's just going to get
Yes.
terrible out there all over the place. The right-wing media is just going to go
And then
nuts.
there's Smartmatic, which is twice as much.
right?
I love it.
Now, granted, that is Fox News. Those are Fox News cases.
Right.
But, you know, they're heavily involved
They're
in this
interrelated,
Christian
so
I'm
bullshit.
wrapping them up
Yes,
in the same
absolutely.
ball of wax.
It's not gonna look good.
You know, we have to remember Fox
Oh,
News is damn well just as
MAGA.
much responsible for January 6th as Trump was. They were out there supporting that bullshit the whole way. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
they are a propaganda machine. They are bullshit mountain.
But
And
the
I
big problem
hope
is
they
they're not
lose
the
their
only
ass.
ones. They're just the ones that they're going after.
Yeah.
I want them to go after
All of them. All
What's
of
happening
them.
with Ron DeSantis?
Bannons and Alex Joneses and OAN.
What's up with Ron Sanctimonious or whatever?
Well, I want to know. Last week he was saying you're not going to take my Donald Trump for
Oh,
Florida,
yeah,
and this week, he's still defending Trump, even though Trump is bagging him seriously on TV, on Fox. Fox is playing a silly game here. They're playing both people. They're playing Trump and they're playing DeSantis. They're giving DeSantis more favor, and Handy's trying to protect Trump with interrupting Trump's words while he's making a word salad reply to a question. But certainly DeSantis, I don't know what's going on with that guy. He's hated by Trump, but he's prepared to put his body on the line for Trump. What the
When
fuck?
he landed in New York this week, Trump supporters were there telling him to go home. They had signs, "Go home, DeSantis," at the airport in New York.
Let
when
them
he
attack
landed.
each other.
Was
Well,
that
get after
crowd? Was that crowd as big as the crowd out the front of Mar-a-Lago after he was indicted? Like I counted 19 people. That's not.
That's what
including
I'm
the
saying.
cameramen.
When you go to looking
I
at the
don't
actual
think it's
news, they try to make it look good, I guess. But when your camera pans out, there's not that many people there. It's not like the massive amounts of people you've seen before. That crowd's not showing. Why would
January
anybody
6th.
want to go and be embarrassed like that? You know?
Why would you go to jail for him? Why would you go to jail for him?
Yeah. Why would you?
What has he done for you? Seriously, Americans, not the Discord
Nothing.
family, but seriously,
It's
all
all-
you GOP followers out there, what has he done for you?
That's what I
Think
mean.
about it.
When I spoke earlier today about his whole life, and they highlight some of the past cases against him, all his life, every construction job he was every contractor that ever worked for him had to take him to court to get money out of him, because he spent
And
his
now you got
life
partial.
screwing over contractors. You know, working people.
There's no way that this man is going to be charged with every crime that
No.
he should be charged.
No.
Let's just take, for example, about 1 million people having to die during his
COVID.
abuse with COVID.
COVID. Yeah.
Okay?
You'll never stand.
Criminal.
eh,
Okay? We won't get all that.
No.
We have to get what we could get. And the case that I'm counting on more than everything else is this fucking obstruction of justice and sedition case coming out of D.C. I want that one more
Exactly.
than everything else.
Exactly.
Or the Rico case out of Atlanta. I'll take either one.
Let's go.
Or both
I'm
sides.
waiting on the one in
Right.
Atlanta, because I think that's a hands down case. We all heard the tapes, and we haven't heard all of it. I'm sorry, James. Ed, go ahead.
I agree. I wanted to be charged for the insurrection and sedition. I agree with Bernadette.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Well, that's the big
Yep.
case to me. You know, all of them. The document case, all of it. The Stormy Daniels, the Georgia case, all of
Yeah,
it
but
pales
technically
into January 6th. Because
The one
that's
that would include sedition would be the only one that would keep him from being able to
Yeah.
run again.
this was an
Exactly.
attack on our democracy on January 6th. A planned, coordinated attack.
Yes.
And the evidence is there. The evidence,
evidence
is
is
open.
all
it's
over
on,
the place.
It's on. Yep, it's on tape. It's on video. Don't believe your lying
And
eyes
some
or
of
your
the
lying ears.
co-conspirators are sitting in Congress right now. Some of them head or
That's
committee
disgusting.
chairmen, judicial and shit like that. Yeah,
Like, Josh, I can run like hell, Holly.
yeah. He can he? Strut that
Yeah.
shit when he needs to. Yeah, we
See
watched
that,
it. We're all
the
witnesses to
Only
this
when
shit.
there's a threat involved, okay? Other than that, he just runs his mouth.
Yep.
See that Republican pulled over by the cops, and he was telling the cops that he was implying that he's immune from arrest.
Who's immune from
He was
arrest?
drunk. He was drunk.
Yeah,
I
he
will
must
post
have
this
been.
on Discord. But he told the cops basically, in not so many words, basically, I'm a GOP boy, and you can't touch me. That's
You know how
that's
to
the
get
impression
arrested?
I have.
Tell a cop
What's his
he
name?
can't arrest you.
Gates?
I'm gonna post it right now on Discord. I'm just pulling it up, but I just find it disgusting that they can get out there and think that they are something special. They're no more special than you that walk the street. They just have a different job, but they're not doing their fucking job.
Dave, originally the members of the Senate and Congress were only given a per diem. They weren't paid in when our country first started. And the fact that they are now
And then
paid
they
with
voted
all this health care and
They
everything,
voted themselves a pay raise, huh?
they
Every
really
year.
think they're hot shit because of that gives them a status they think that nobody else has.
Well, they're going to have a rude awakening shortly, I hope. I'm hoping Merrick Garland's saving the best till last, but I think Fannie,
Yeah,
what
Bonnie
is
Willis.
her surname?
Willis, Fannie Willis.
Yeah.
Willis. Yeah. I think she's got
Her name-
the
Excuse me,
Yeah.
excuse me, you guys. Please pronounce this woman's name right. Her name
It
is
is.
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
It's Bonnie.
Bonnie.
And it took me a
Bonnie.
while. I made that.
Yeah.
I kept making that same mistake every time I'd look at it. That's what I would
Okay.
see in my head. But it is funny, and I've been. If
It
y'all
is
notice,
funny.
I have been correcting myself on that because I don't.
That's the
So
way-
Bonnie Willis.
are attacking. You guys going to attack Mexico if Trump's elected, are you? Is that what the plan is, to attack Mexico?
Yeah, sounds good to me, huh? We'll take over the whole
That's
country.
what,
Don't worry about it. We'll extend Florida.
Was that a bullshit story or what? I mean, I'm reading part of it now. Insane.
it's a
Trump
bullshit.
asked for battle plans to attack Mexico if elected.
I
What the
would.
fuck?
I would not doubt it. You know, some bullshit
Don't say
like that. Did you see him the other night talking to Sean Hannity? And I just seen clips on the news. That's where I get my Fox shit.
Yes.
Talking about.
And he tried to save his
He
ass.
was groveling at Putin's feet again. You know, that's
always
if
does.
Trump would have been in office when Putin attacked, Trump would have handed Ukraine over to Putin on a plate. Here you go. We're not going to do anything. Just take it. That's what would have
On a
happened.
plate from the White House as a gift, okay?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
Well, hey.
Hello,
Hey,
Johnny
Elson,
Fly.
Hey, how are you?
Doing fine, brother.
Hello,
How about
John.
you?
Hey, Johnny.
Hi. Doing great. Hello, everybody. Hey, you know, Ron DeSantis had the pleasure of coming to Pennsylvania yesterday. And
He was up there. Did you
Yeah.
Did you go to see him, Johnny?
No, I didn't go to see him. If I would have went down there, I would have had protest signs against him.
There you go.
They had some sort of a conservative meeting or something, but I almost laughed. They played a little clip of it on TV and like, oh, he says, I'm up here from the great state of Florida, the Freedom State.
The Freedom State. You know, because nobody else is free. Just
Boy, is
Florida.
that
We
an
have-
oxymoron.
Yeah.
Well, I know we have freedom to make sure that your kids aren't taught things that your parents don't want them to. Yeah, he was rambling on. He's an asshole.
Mhm.
If he gets in, he'll be worse than Trump. I really believe he's Trump by what? How many years younger? I guarantee if he would
30?
ever get in, yeah.
I don't think
What'd you
Ron
say?
DeSantis stands a snowball's chance of being president.
Well, you
I
better
really
hope
across
to
the
hell
country.
he doesn't.
You know, when it comes to the national
You
office.
never know.
You never know.
They said it's-
You never know.
they
It
said
could
it's-
happen.
you never
I didn't
know.
think Trump would get in there. How
Right.
could anybody elect such a disgusting, immoral asshole? Well, a
He
lot of
didn't
people
actually
did.
win. The
It was proven
electoral
it could be
college
done.
got him in, and we need to get rid of it.
They're
John,
still,
guess it was nice and warm up here yesterday, right?
was it?
71 or 72. This morning was down like in the upper 20s. I thought, holy shit!
I know.
And the highest it was like maybe upper 40s today. Now tomorrow's gonna be 50s or 60s, 70s in the middle of the week, and by the weekend down.
I'm
to
looking at
50s
the same
again. So it's up and
situation.
down.
In the next few days that's coming up, We're going to be in, about 92, 93 degrees for the next couple of days, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's going to drop down to like 72.
Wednesday.
So,
You guys
you know,
John,
break
I
out the coats and the.
your nose in that 72-degree weather, okay? I hope you have like 4-foot icicles hanging off your nose.
Shit.
Okay.
Well, the grand thing we're looking forward to is it might possibly come with some rain, and like.
Oh, geez,
Yeah, we need the rain down here, big time. I know.
How much you want?
California's
coming
doing a
through
whole
my
lot better
neighborhood.
on the water thing, and when that snowpack
I
melts,
don't
it's
know,
going to help
John.
a lot more.
I don't know, John.
Yeah?
I think I'm growing gills.
You think you're going? You're up
I'm
on the mountain,
adaptable.
baby. You're up on the mountain. If it gets
I'm
that deep, we're
adapting
all in
already.
trouble, baby.
Hey, when your gills are done growing, Bernadette, send us a picture. We want to see what they look like.
Okay. I just feel like I'm adapting to climate change already. Okay. Getting ahead.
We don't have
No,
much
I'm not
dirt on
doing.
it, do
I'm
we?
not doing the business of the show. Let's remind everybody that we have a Blue Dot Family Meetup coming up in May 19th, 20th, and 21st. We will be in San Antonio, Texas, to meet up with as many Blue Dots as can make the trip. It's we're not going to have everybody not going to be able to make it, so you'll be there in spirit, if not in person. But for those that can make it, we're really looking forward to it. And I just want to throw that out there to remind everybody.
Well,
we
John,
got a big meeting coming up.
I had somebody ask me. I don't know if you're going to have anything specific details on that meeting, because if you are, they were looking on your bluedottintexas.com and didn't see anything. So if you could put information, if you have anything precise.
I think we will, because I think I'm going to nail down what our motel room, where we're going to be
Right.
staying at.
Yeah,
And,
because they wanted to know, and I
Yeah.
said, well, I'll find out.
Well, I could just say, I think we're going to be staying at the La Quinta on West Cesar Chavez Boulevard in downtown San Antonio. That looks like where we're going to be staying, which is basically around we're right across the street from where we stayed before, Johnny Fly.
Yeah,
I think that hotel is right across the street from where we were before. So
How many do you have going, John?
I'm numbering it, at least that I know for sure. 7, 8, 9. Some maybes. We're looking at 14, 15, and so we still got a little ways. I hope we have a large turnout, but it really doesn't matter. Yes, La Quinta allows pets. They do indeed. Just whoever shows up. If it's 5 or 6 of us, we're going to have a grand time.
Are you taking all 20 of your cats? 19 of them?
Nope. No pets.
How about
No,
just
but
Penny?
I
Big
do know La
Penny.
Quinta does accept pets. Yeah, because a couple
Penny's
of our
just a
Blue
big
Dots
dog.
checked that out and wanted to make sure that they were going to be allowed to bring their dog. So.
Well, I was just wondering if you were taking, maybe.
Nope.
Since they accept pets.
Dad's
you
not
John
taking
wants to
any.
get away from his pets.
I'm not babysitting nobody. Dad's going to go to have fun. That's, why I'm saying, Dad? Because yesterday we were shopping. I bought I splurged. I haven't bought a pair of blue jeans in a while, but we got this thing coming up, so I want to, look decent. So I bought me 2 new pair of Wrangler, and when I got home, I got out the Sharpie and I marked them. So Marcia got up this morning. I told her, I said, I'll put my initials in the blue jeans on the inside on the pocket. I said, my initials are D-A-D. Dad. Leave them alone. They're mine. I don't have to be hunting these things up. My pants have a habit of disappearing around here. Angie.
Those are officially dad jeans.
Those are dad jeans. Leave them alone. The Wranglers. They're dad. They all know Dad wears Wranglers. That's what I wear. So, Angie.
Hey, John.
How are you doing, darling?
Doing good. I took the weekend off and just relaxing and
Good.
fooling around the house and
Good.
psyched up for this week.
Oh, rest up for the big show.
Did everybody buy their popcorn? Get ready, man. Well, he's supposed to go in and out. That's what he said. He's just gonna be there for.
Look, the DA's office. From what I understand, the DA's office. This is how it's gonna work. Is that he's gonna come in on Tuesday, and he will be booked and all the rest of that, and then he'll appear. they will, the floor that they're holding the court case on, his court case on, will have morning court there, and then they're going to clear the entire floor. His will be the only one that will be in court that afternoon. Okay.
And the judge already knows.
They said that it probably will not be necessary to give him a mug shot, because mug shots are generally to let law enforcement know what an arrestee looks like. Well, we all know what pumpkin tits look like.
Yeah, mug shots of him all over the place.
We don't need more pictures, and they don't want to release a picture to him so as he will be able to grift off of it even more than what he's already
There
doing.
you go.
James Price poses a good question.
He will be in and out. I don't know if they're going to read it charge by charge, or I would assume that they will have to do
I
that.
assume that they're going to
all
have
34 charges in the court, and the one to look for is the one that bumps things up to a felony. That's the charge to look for.
And I'm
Yeah, James Price wondered if the judge is going to put a gag order on him.
That will depend on him. Now, if he
hope
continues
he
making
does.
the stupid threats that, and images can be taken as a threat too, especially, and he hasn't stopped. He hasn't stopped on his own, filthy social media platform that he got going on. I hope he continues to run his mouth, so they will ball and gag. I mean, put a gag order on him. And,
I like Don Cheeto's comment here. Where'd it go? It says, oh man, come on. I don't want to hear that bullshit about a mugshot. Take his mugshot. I know too, because I'd like to see the picture with the little sign under his chin. That's the one I'd like to
but
see.
see, that's the important thing
That-
about him
yeah.
being arrested. He will be arrested. He will be booked. He will be fingerprinted. A sample of his DA will be taken, and he will be issued a number by the state of New York as being in criminal court. And all of that is going to happen. And
Yes.
that's what just tickles me pink, just knowing that.
I know it. I know it. We've been waiting, and it is. We all understand that this truly is a travesty for our country, that we have to go through this. It is. It's terrible, but it's even worse if we don't do it.
But you are absolutely right, John. The rule of law is at stake, and we're going to follow the law and allow him all the privileges that he can afford that wouldn't be given to anybody else walking on the goddamn planet. But he gets it, okay, just for the sake of the rule of law. So when his ass is formally found guilty of these charges, and he might have the opportunity to spend some time, I'm sure we'll all be waived or whatever.
Roger Smith says no sample will be taken until the conviction. Damn.
No,
But when he's
that's
convicted,
not
bend
true.
over.
That is
Let's
not
go.
true. It will be taken upon his arrest. That is how they
Really?
do it now.
Well, let's get
He
after
will
it.
get swabbed.
He'll get swabbed. Won't
He will
stick it
get
up his
swabbed.
butt? Too bad.
No.
Yeah,
I'd rather see it.
seriously, sticking it in his mouth is as bad as sticking it
Now,
up
I
his
would
butt.
imagine. They're
They
both
are
vile,
connected.
disgusting orifices on him.
Ivan's
Worse than
very-
anybody's else's.
Well,
I
they'd
mean,
have to take his
shit
depends
comes out
off.
either end, right?
Yeah.
He's scared shitless, so they'd have to remove his depends.
I don't think he's as confident as he once was.
His Secret Service will be right there with him the whole time.
And the stupid bastard's doing at the moment? This little judge that's been appointed to this case, he's out there yesterday attacking this guy straight away. Attacking
He
him.
wasn't
Already had
appointed.
experience.
Let's clear that up. He was not appointed this case. He was assigned this case.
Right.
Because
Whatever.
that is his.
They rotate.
No,
They have assignments.
No, it makes a difference, Ozzy, because appointed judge. See, Trump appointed a judge to in the Mar-a-Lago case. The one that he appointed to go and say he had the right to do whatever the fuck he wanted to because he was the 45th president of the United States. What was her name down there in Florida?
The
She was
special
handpicked.
master and blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she was handpicked. She was appointed. She
Oh, yes,
also got
yes.
reprimanded.
Yeah, she didn't do too good.
What
This
people
judge
don't
was not
understand
appointed.
is these judges are not. They don't sit there in a panel and say, okay, Bill or Bill should handle this case because of these judges just come up on a list. It's like a roster. My point being that no one can say, let's appoint this judge because he hates Trump. You can't do that shit because it's a guessing game. No one knows who the judge is going to be.
No one should
So
know, really.
This
But
is
we
the
do.
same judge
A lot
that
of judges
handled
are political.
the other case of Trump that Weisselberg was found guilty in. So this is the same judge.
And this is the judge that got in a fight with the lawyers in that case. He hates those Trump lawyers.
Well, 'cause they're
got
fucking
some
idiots.
really good skirmishes with them.
Well, you're supposed to go to court with evidence.
Hey, Bernie, did you
Aren't
see
the
the chat
judges
that just
assigned-
the donation that just came in? Oh, damn!
I
I feel
didn't.
it's another sneeze coming on. I do. Let me get this out of my mouth.
The-
Diana Mallory
Diana Mallory.
came in with a $5 donation, and I totally agree. I am going to start looking for a trident for Bernie. Aquaman has nothing on her. Love you, Sister Blue Dot. There you go. That one's for you, Bernadette. And I wholeheartedly
My friend
agree, baby.
Diana,
You know what I was
you
thinking?
know, bequeather of the gong and sequestral.
That's
She's
her.
so funny.
That's her. I was thinking maybe we ought to plan a Blue Dot family meeting somewhere up in, I don't know, California. Somewhere up in, I don't know, Redwood country or something, you know.
Yes, we have wonderful state parks we could go and visit, and you guys
No,
could go see the big
see?
tree.
Where the
Yes.
tall grass grows.
Yes, all kinds of tall grass grows around here.
Yes, it
You'd be
does.
surprised.
Yes, it does. It would be a fine place to have a family meeting.
It would be.
I think we need to start planning something like that long term. Hell, if I'm going to drive San Antonio, I can fly to wherever ship my kids to. You know,
Yeah, it's the Bay Area.
yeah,
Come on up.
that's it.
Just 200 miles north of the Bay Area.
We need
And
to,
there's
you
only
see,
one
we
we
road
need to
that
do
you
something
can
besides San Antonio. We're going to do San Antonio in May, but we've
Yes.
done. This will be our third meetup in San Antonio, and it's very convenient for me, but not very convenient for anybody else in the country. So
take. Yes, exactly.
I can fly
Bernadette,
just
has
like anybody
Highway 1
else.
fallen
Some
into
of us
the
are
ocean?
actually allergic to Texas, okay?
Yeah, some people. I'm trying to make it more.
I know.
I'm trying to clean the air down
We're
here.
there in spirit.
Get the mold spores out of the. Oh, it's creeping, but we're making progress down here in Texas. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to 24. Let's see what happens. I want to see who's going to be running. You know,
My problem
I'm
with
enjoying
Donald
this.
I've had guns pulled on me. Utah, I had a sheriff pull a pistol on me. So those western states, I don't get along in those.
But Utah,
I get along
yeah, I
everywhere I
went
go.
through. Look, I traveled through Utah. Both times were at night. I went through at 80 miles an hour as fast as I could go through Utah. Okay.
I don't blame you.
I travel the speed limit because I don't want to give them a damn reason to
That
stop
was
me.
the
Leave
speed
me alone.
limit.
I'm doing my
That
business.
was the speed limit. I said as fast as I could go. That was the speed limit, 80 miles an hour. And I said, okay, thank you for that. And I'm out of here.
It's the same thing in
As fast as
Montana.
I could get
for the miles per
out
hour.
of here.
It's 75 here in Texas. You don't on the
Yeah.
highway do
It's
75.
80 in Michigan. Highway
Where in
94 is
Michigan?
80. The Highway
70.
94 headed into Detroit's 80 miles an hour.
There you go.
No.
Yep.
Yes,
I
it
think-
is. Last
I think they
month
have-
it was
That's
80 miles
day,
an hour.
the first speed limit, but
Homer's
he's,
reluctant
he's-
odyssey. Chris, I have a mission in the morning, Chris. I am going to get up. Well, not earlier, but I get up early anyway. But at 10 o'clock, I am going to be at a specific spot, Chris. And only Chris knows why I am going to be at this specific spot on the map tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So, Chris, I'll holler at you. Thank you.
Well, that's okay.
Thank
I
you
got
for
something
being.
for it.
Thank you for being in here, brother. Huh? I do. I'll be somewhere specific tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning. And
I will be
and
too.
only Chris
Home.
knows why.
Okay.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said I'll be home. That's my specific spot.
Is that your specific spot tomorrow? I will not be
Yeah,
home at
yeah.
10 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
I found out that we're always where we are.
I'm going to leave here at 9:30 so I can get there a few minutes early because I
Specifically.
don't want to miss my appointment.
Ed, are you
I
trying to
might
say
go to.
something? I see you lighting up, but I don't hear you.
Well, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Now I can. Okay.
Were you trying to speak some words of wisdom, Ed, that we were not hearing?
No, I was just seeing that his icon was lighting up, but I didn't hear him, so I was
It's been
wondering
doing
if he was
it
trying to say something.
the whole
Maybe
time.
maybe he was having some good ideas in his head and it was lighting up.
Well, it's just this
Good one,
internet
Don.
connection going in and out. I don't know if you can hear me right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Who's that guy?
Hey,
Oh, somebody else.
we were talking about the speed limits. Where's your speed limit over down in Australia? Because John said they go 70 miles per hour. What about you?
Aussie. What's the speed
Yeah.
limit in Australia?
60 miles an hour.
60.
Whoa.
Or 70 miles an hour in the open road, 60 miles an hour in close proximity to the city. I mean, once you get 100 miles out of the city, it's 110 kilometers an hour, which is 70 miles an hour. And once you get outside the suburbs, it's 60 miles an hour, which is 100 kilometers an hour. But in town, around town, in the side streets, 40 kilometers an hour, which is around about 28, 30 miles an hour. And in the main streets of the city, and the sort of the thoroughfares of the suburbs, 60 kilometers an hour, which is 38 or 40 miles an hour, thereabouts.
Well,
So it's
Aussie,
from
do
40
you
miles.
over there.
Compatible with what we have.
I was just gonna ask you, Aussie, do they drive on the left or the right side of the road over down there?
Well, Johnny
the
Fly,
left.
they're on the other side. They're driving upside down, bud.
Yeah, they drive on.
Cut
the
them some
same
slack
street.
down there,
They
dude.
drive
Which
back,
way does your toilet water flush?
right?
I mean,
Yeah, y'all's go opposite from ours.
Down.
Well, no,
If we turn to the right, y'all turn to the left.
Drive on the left and some
That's
drive on
right.
the right. I was just curious. Do you
They-
drive
they-
on the
Did
left
you
side
see
of the
the
road? Or?
did you see the experiment they done on Mythbusters about that? Actually, they went to the spot where the equator is supposed to be, whatever affects the water spinning,
Right.
and they're supposed to be able to step from one side of the border of this equator to the other, and the water should change direction. Well, it
Right.
fucking did.
It did it?
It did. Yes. They didn't. It didn't work on a few feet either side.
Yeah.
They went about a mile either side of that line, and the
enough
water
to make
did
the
change.
difference.
The Coriolis.
Yes.
Wow. Isn't that something? That
So,
does. It puts it in perspective.
The Earth is an amazing thing. The planet Earth is an amazing thing. We're fucking it.
We are.
Yeah,
You know.
We are. You know, when I go to relax and do something that outside of politics, get my mind away from it, I either want to watch something that's going to make me laugh, or I'm going to watch a documentary, and I want it usually about the Earth or space. You know, something
National
to make
Geographic.
me have hope. Yeah, National Geographic, stuff like that. That's what I can get involved in very.
Me too.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's why I like you, Dave. No, we're fucked. Yeah, we're fucked.
Well,
We won't be here.
Yeah.
You know,
no.
maybe by the end of my
I worry
kid's
for my
life,
granddaughter. My
Yeah.
granddaughter,
Yeah.
I worry about.
those are the ones that are going to face
know,
a
what-
different world.
Same here. I worry about my grandchildren.
As we should. That's why we fight with the way we fight now. We're not, like I said, ain't none of us in this fight right now are going to reap the benefits of anything that we're trying to move forward right now. We're getting up in age. We're not going to see the mass advancements that we hope we see. That's
Speak
not
for
why we
yourself.
do it.
I'm
It's
going
because
for
we
one
want
phone.
that for our future generations. That's what we want. We want that better life for our offspring and our
But you know,
posterity.
ironically, John, the Republicans also said, well, we're fighting for our grandchildren and all this stuff. Well, if they get their
Yeah.
way, I don't see how their grandchildren could live in a fascist dictatorship.
Well, they believe if you've got enough money, fuck climate change. That's what they believe. If you're rich enough,
Yeah.
don't worry about climate
Yeah,
change.
if they're
That's
rich
the
enough,
age.
they've done built somewhere that they think that, they sell those underground bunkers, old missile silos, and turn them into,
Oh, hell yeah.
that they can live down there forever. There's somebody
There's-
planning
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit that's got
They-
money. Me and
It's
you,
out in
They
shit.
can use-
somewhere.
That don't
Complete
come moving
community.
forward. That's all you got
also-
left.
Well, they can also use Jim Baker's Well, you know, he
Yeah,
advertises
the
the food and stuff.
yeah, buckets of food.
Yeah, what they.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Let
he
me tell
takes
you,
that.
there is a building that, and I think there's more than one. And I don't quite know. I think Musk and a group of people are involved in this. They are buying up the old silos, the missile silos,
Yes.
and They are converting them into 4 separate luxury apartments that are about 3 levels each, and blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
they're self-contained and all that sort of. And they're like about $35 million or $40 million
Yes, sir.
just to buy, plus renovation. So you design it. You say,
There
okay,
are some
I
that
bought
are
my
built
spot for
for whole communities,
Out west,
Yeah.
there's
because
a
some of
complete
these silos
subdivision.
have interconnecting tunnels.
There's a complete
the wealthy.
subdivision in one group of missile silos in one western state.
for
And
the
there's almost
wealthy.
30 or 40 silos, and they made it into like a subdivision.
Well, let me add something to this.
Go ahead.
Just interject. These rich people, it goes beyond my mind how they go to such lengths to protect their butts. Okay? But, you know, I don't care if they got the most luxurious underground bunker known to man.
Right.
It takes the little people to provide the groceries, to provide the
Who-
textiles and the goods and
Yeah.
the whatnot and the whatnot. So they might
Exactly.
have, you know, they're going to end up with nothing. You know, they're
Oh,
still.
they have slaves.
Oh, I'm sure they'll take their butlers and their maids and their staff.
Yeah,
That's
they'll have
essential to their
slaves.
survival. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
They live
somebody's
in the
got to
basement.
till the fields. If you ain't got land or something to grow the food, or
Oh
or-
no,
or
darling, look
burn
into
the
this,
grain
because
for
there
the
are
energy.
there are some that are being built that do have underground grow rooms to grow food with
Yeah, they're
yeah,
self-contained.
with artificial
They're
light, the whole 9
self-contained.
yards. They
Oh,
have
okay.
yeah, they've built some of these things that are made to support a community. But again, like you say, even in those situations, you have to have workers. Somebody's going to have to tend to those plants. You know, even if it's indoors.
Well, even if you have a concrete silo around you, depending on what happens, what kind of catastrophe, the earth
Yeah.
could move and that silo could be crushed wide open.
Yeah, there's no guarantees. You know, if what is that big volcano up there?
They've been around.
Yeah.
They've been around since the 60s or the 50s and 60s. I think they'll survive.
Yeah,
They're
if
built to
Yellowstone goes,
they're built to
the entire
survive a
United
nuclear
States is
blast.
gone.
You know, that's what they're designed to withstand, a nuclear blast. So
Well,
yeah,
let's just
Yosemite.
hope it
Thank
never
you,
comes to
James
that.
Price. If Yosemite ever goes, holy shit, I'm going to feel the ground shake down here.
Yeah.
There's one of your
Well,
biggest
you can
dangers in
also
this country.
see
You know,
the ashes and everything too, and it's going to be a nuclear winter, but it's going to be from
it'll
a
be a
volcano.
nuclear winter.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are a myriad of things out there that could destroy this planet. Why are we trying to invent new ways to do it, you know, faster or more efficiently? But that's what we do. That's what we do.
Isn't that what you said, John, a long time ago? All we fucking do is design weapons to kill people more efficiently and
That's it.
cheaply.
That's
all
it.
we tend to do.
Faster and
Well-
more efficiently.
Well, they're saying that if the Russians nuke Yellowstone Park, it would take out the whole United States, because once they broke the
If,
volcano,
if,
open-
if nukes start flying back and forth, buddy, we're all fucked. We
Yeah.
are all fucked. And we used to have that understanding. They used to call it MAD, mutually assured destruction. You know,
Yeah.
we had treaties. Now we see, you know, Russia's already pulled out of the START treaties right now. They don't want to warn us anymore if they're going to do a nuclear test. They're just going to do it.
and they put
Hey,
tactical
John.
That's
nukes on
dangerous.
the border, didn't they? They put tactical
John.
nukes
They've
on the
moved them into
Ukrainian-
Belarus.
Belarus. That's where
And
it is. That's
Belarus
on
is
the
pumping
Ukrainian
up
border.
saying if any troops from Poland come across that border, they're going to throw nukes at Poland. So yeah, the rhetoric is
John.
starting to pick up. Yes, Johnny Fly.
Didn't remember years ago they used to have these shelters for nuclear bombs. Remember that it was a
Yeah,
certain
you can
symbol
buy
they had. I
them
think
in your backyard or build them.
yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, I was just saying. I'm wondering if they still have those the shelters. They're like an air raid.
Yes.
Air raid
Yes,
shelter,
it-
but
it-
for nuclear.
If
Yes.
you can afford one.
Well, you know, they do have public.
But they have them in buildings.
They have places for public nuclear disaster. You
in
know,
the basements of
yeah.
certain buildings.
Good luck with that. You know, but yes,
Well, I
they
hope
do
they
have them,
updated
Johnny
the
Fly, that
food.
you could buy and have installed at your house. It's an underground bunker, small enough for you and your family to get in there and survive, whatever.
The food that was
Or
in there
Johnny.
in the original ones, Johnny,
Or
is more than
Johnny.
50 years old.
You could just do like they used to tell us when we were kids and in school, in elementary school. Just get under the desk.
Get under your
Yeah.
desk,
Yeah,
put your head between your legs, and basically kiss your ass goodbye.
Sure, ask it.
Yeah, that's
Bernadette,
right.
Right.
it's,
I mean,
it's what John
That,
said.
that's
Bend over and
amazing.
kiss your
Get
ass
under the
goodbye.
desk.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
gonna
like,
save your ass.
yeah, I don't want to
Well, I
prolong it
don't
either,
think-
James. Put me right underneath
Well, I
the
don't
bomb
think-
and let's go right now. I ain't walking
Okay.
See,
Live
I
in
don't
a
think
nuclear
they
winter
knew
place.
that much.
not up for that shit.
They didn't
I'm
know
old.
that much all the details about nuclear disasters because, now I live in a basement apartment, so I don't know how much good it is.
Oh, well, you're in good
But
shape,
my-
buddy. The blast
Well,
will
my
just knock the
bedroom's
top
right
part of the building
underground.
away. You'll be down there. Don't worry.
I don't have to worry about burning the hair off
you
my
can-
head because I don't have any.
That's right.
Yeah,
See?
but you got to worry about the radiation, and that way, that's a terrible way to
Ah,
Yeah.
just drink
There's a
water.
saying. There's a saying. You cannot win a nuclear war.
No, you can't. There's going to
Nope.
be nothing left for the
Nope.
winner to claim.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
And that's the sad.
it's
Oh.
folly to go down that road, but again, here we are with
Thank
You,
Putin
you,
putting
who's talking
missiles
all this
into
bullshit?
Belarus.
Well,
Who's
those
talking
are
all this
tactical
bullshit?
Nukes, tactical nukes, they're not good, but they might try and use them.
You start
They really
using
might.
tactical nukes, it's gonna escalate.
It
We're
could.
talking about this because of Russia, because
Yes,
of Putin
yes.
now, because he's saying this, making all these hollow threats, because he's got his pants in a knot like Donald Trump,
Yeah.
and like Donald Trump, he's lashing out, and he's
Yeah.
making idle threats to make us go, oh fuck, let's
Oh,
not
fuck.
fuck with Putin.
Yeah, that's right. It's like,
So we're living in fear. We're living in fear.
Damn,
They're
wrong
governing
one.
the whole fucking world on fear.
Exactly.
That's what he wants.
Yes.
But my question is, does everybody think that Joe Biden is handling this right? Because it seems like he's walking on eggshells as far as it's coming to Russia.
He's doing the best he can.
No.
I don't think he's walking on eggshells.
Seriously? Walking on eggshells? I don't think so.
No,
I
he's
think
leaning in,
Putin
baby.
is trying to talk him as much as he possibly can, and the man is smart not to take the bait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
don't think Joe Biden's walking on pins and needles worried about it.
Putin needs for Biden to take the bait so that he could get China to give them whatever.
We can all be
they
proud of
fucking
the
want.
fact that Joe Biden rebuilt NATO and included new
Yes.
members after Donny Boy went in there and tried to kick it apart.
Well,
Yeah,
after the
and
conflict
let's don't
between
forget
Russia
that.
and China was making fun of Russia when they went home.
Yeah.
China thought Russia was stupid
But
at the summit.
You know what?
Yeah,
though?
China thinks
It
the whole
just
entire
seems
world
that
is
Russia's
stupid.
It seems like Russia's trying to bait Biden to do.
He
something,
is. They
don't you
are,
think?
because
Yeah,
they're
that's
losing
exactly
this
what he's
shit.
trying to do.
The great, powerful
absolutely.
Russia is getting their ass kicked in Ukraine.
Yes.
Yeah.
That does not look good. He's getting desperate for any kind of help.
And
Did
so
anyone
he's trying
hear that
desperately.
Romania
Putin
and
is trying
Moldova-
desperately
Hold on,
to
DJ.
pull NATO into this fight. He is trying, and the United States in particular, they want us in this fight,
Yeah.
and that way they can run to China and get whatever the fuck they need.
I really don't think China's
That's
going to
why.
really don't.
That's why.
And Saudi Arabia. So
That's-
it's fucking game of cat and mouse.
Iran is more likely to help Russia than anybody.
And thank God
Look,
we have Joe
Putin's
Biden
trying
in
to-
the office right now.
Yes.
Putin is
Has
trying
anybody
to
heard-
drag America into a distraction by these attacks you're experiencing, which you have been experiencing these attacks over in, it fell off my tongue. The recent attacks, the little skirmishes have been pointed towards American people and troops, not Iran. But Putin's involved in that because he thinks if America's attacked another country, an allied country to him, it will distract them from what he's doing.
Right now,
And draw
Iran
them
is
into it.
sending materials to Russia, war materials. That was in the news
Who is?
long ago.
Who
Iran.
is?
Iran is sending
Iran.
war
Iran.
materials to Russia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're supplying drones and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Anybody
it's a
heard of
dangerous
Sure.
fucking world we live in.
Well,
We
I
have
know-
problems
I
here
know
at home, but
Biden-
we are heavy in the world stage, baby.
And,
Well,
and-
All caused by
and
greedy men.
Yes,
Th-
it is.
this is the world we live in, John,
Yeah.
and yet we have one entire party being sycophants to a fucking criminal.
And that's the most
That's it.
important thing
That's
in their
it.
life now.
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
You
credits,
just
John?
Yes, I am.
you just described the cult, Bernadette.
That's exactly what they are. They're a cult
And
of
the thing is,
personality. They
too,
don't give a
John-
shit about. They don't want another Republican candidate, somebody who might be better or anything. They want Donnie. Donnie is their Lord and Master, the glorious
The
leader.
thing is, too, John,
That's-
the
That's
thing
what they
too,
want. They
John,
want a
is
glorious
China-
leader.
China's trying to cuddle up to Russia, and I think that puts President Biden in a bind, don't you think? Because now he warns China, don't let it go any further. You know.
Well,
What's China?
China
gonna
is
do?
helping
Why-
to a
why- why-
good degree, but they're not stepping up with heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Right,
China and
because-
Russia are basically enemies ever since the Russians took a big chunk of Chinese territory in the 1800s. They stole a lot of Chinese territory, and the Chinese have not forgiven them for that.
It's not
No,
about
they
politics
never will.
anymore. It's
Yeah.
about the money. It's about the money, not politics.
Yeah.
That's it. It's about the people in control of these countries that are a danger to you and me are very wealthy cult leaders.
China's going to pull back on their own.
Citizens
and
United
get ready to
Airlines.
fight us. They're going to get ready to fight us in the South Pacific.
Can I say something, guys?
Sure.
For China, it's about the resources. They need resources,
And they're stockpiling.
okay? And Russia and the Ukraine are full of resources.
Yeah.
Africa
Russia produces a
and
lot of
South
natural
America
gas.
are full of resources, and China needs resources.
So does the rest of the world.
Mhm.
We
What would
just
you
need to learn to
call-
play
what
this
would you
game
call-
together.
Let's not forget
Yeah.
all the rare earth metals to make computers
Indeed.
and all the rest of this
Yeah.
bullshit.
Chips, computer chips.
The
Mhm.
problem with the world is we
Lithium.
have Xi, we have Putin, and we have Trump, who are all very wealthy, self-opinionated sycophants, not sycophants, sociopaths that are controlling what happens to the world. Three men are really controlling what happens in the world, and they're three dangerous men. We're in a very precarious situation in the world, and
Yeah, I agree
we
with
Indeed.
are looking to America to stand up and say enough's enough. Because if you don't, unfortunately, and it sounds like we're looking to America for help. Sadly, we've got to say yes, because if you don't stand up, no one else can.
Well, that time is coming nigh, my friend. And,
Well,
and this
the
week will kick that off. Either America is going to stand up and do the right thing, or we're going to just admit that powerful people can do whatever they want and not be held accountable for it. That's the
Well,
choice
you
this
better
country
hope-
is facing.
I think
I
you
think-
really will.
John,
You know,
you better
I got
hope
three words for that.
Huh.
Lock him
lock
up.
his ass up. Oh, that's full.
Well, you better
Lock
hope he
his
doesn't get
ass up. I
elected
threw it
this
an extra
time,
one.
because
Yep.
if Trump would ever get elected again, guaranteed he'll help his buddy Putin and
hell.
probably side up
Watch out for the
China. Who
ants.
knows?
Put them away and don't let them communicate with anybody.
Hey, 20
Exactly.
to life, baby. 20 to life. Again, whoever sent me this shirt, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please let me know who it was, because there was no name involved in it. But
Let us know where to get one. I'd like to get one.
I like it. I like it. I mentioned today on today's video, I mainly did it for TikTok because we haven't been on TikTok that long, but because I keep getting questions. Oh, look at that shirt. Where do you get that shirt? I don't know where they got the shirt. They sent me the
It's a cool
shirt.
shirt. I like it.
I-
I like it.
I like it too. It's going to be
Put
one of
it in
those
your
shirts
laptop.
that's going to jump out and
Support.
catch their attention when they see the Trump.
Yep.
And then when they get closer, yeah, okay. There you go. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in and kicking off April, baby. New month. It's going to be exciting, and I'm just looking forward to it. Anyway, Ed,
Yes, John.
thank you for coming in, brother.
Likewise, it's a pleasure.
Always good to hear your
But
voice.
again,
in here.
John, you have to thank the women first.
No,
Be-
no, I do it backwards, buddy. I
chivalry.
throw all the guys out before I
It's
dress
chivalry.
the
It's an
ladies. Are you
act of
shitting me?
chivalry.
Why? I saved the best for last, buddy.
It's a
You
chivalry.
like
Why would I-
women better, that's why.
No, we play it.
That's
We play it
bullshit.
backwards here. We get rid of all
You
you
always
guys.
mention
At
the
least
ladies
me, the only
last.
guy in the room with the ladies. You think I'm dumb?
You know why you
Sure,
mention the
just
ladies
be a
last?
gentleman,
You
John.
mention the ladies
Just be a
last. You
gentleman.
mention the ladies last because people remember those people. See, John could rattle off a list of people, and I can guarantee you the last two people, you remember their names. So it's courtesy to mention them last.
Yeah,
All right.
Because
that's
if he
me.
says-
That's why.
he's-
Of course, that's why I did it. I'm all up on that kind of shit. Anyway,
Okay.
let me thank Challenger Network, who just came in with a $5 donation and said, awaiting the day we see Donald J. Trump versus the United States of America.
Yes.
Amen, Challenger Network, and thank you so much for that. Yeah, it's all. The show is going to start this week, so get your somebody whose name I can't mention, and really I say that kind of braggingly. I wish I could. Somebody who has been with me since the very first rants I ever did. This person initiated the first family page away from me, and has stood by me all this time. He's a professional, and I can't say his name, but he sent me a message, and I got a kick out of it because it was Jesus with a bag of popcorn in his hand. The man knows me. The man knows me. Anyway, again, Ed, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it
Happy
tremendously.
anniversary, John. Happy anniversary.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hitting on 50, baby. That's where we're going. Got to get through this 47, 48, 49 shit.
All right, there you go.
We're headed towards that 50 shit. So, anyway, thank you, Ed. And Johnny Fly,
Yes, sir.
thank you for coming in and joining the conversation. Enjoyed it?
Thanks for pulling me in, sir.
Yeah. Well, take care of Pennsylvania for us. DeSantis,
I'm doing my
DeSanctimonious.
Yeah,
Chelsea,
send his ass back to Florida.
Chelsea Saturday Night Live last night.
No.
No, I didn't
Oh,
see
go
it.
watch it.
We don't get it over
fun.
here.
It's
Every time I
Alright,
try to watch Saturday Night Live, I get
Yeah.
they block it. They say it's not allowed in Australia. I don't know
Really?
why, but yeah, no. Any clips from Saturday Night Live that you guys post or whether it's on YouTube, yeah, not allowed in Australia. Copyright
Wow.
crap.
Pray tell why. I don't understand that at all.
No.
No,
Yeah.
the only way I can watch it is go to Google and go to the Saturday Night Live
All right,
site.
come on, everybody, pack your bags. Let's go to Australia. Let's stand outside and protest that shit. That's
I
great.
was
We
gonna
want you-
ask
we want
whether or
you
not
to-
you have a very, if you have a very conservative government in place now, Aussie.
We are
No, he just
very
needs a VPN that makes his IP address outside
Yeah.
of America, and then he
correct.
can get
Right.
Yeah.
Australia.
People mention that to me, but I don't bother with it because I don't bother that much about it.
Yeah.
It's never really bothered me unless I want to watch something like that. But as I said, I can always go to their direct website and watch it directly.
There you go.
But bottom
Find a
line
way
is,
around.
you guys in America have a lot of liberties that you may lose if you're not careful.
That's right.
That's why we're fighting the way we fight, Dave. And speaking of Dave, thank you, sir, for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having
we
me.
appreciate it tremendously, brother. Anytime you show up, we appreciate it.
That's good.
Take care
I'm
of yourself
happy.
down there. All right.
Okay, I'm going to go back to. Well, I'm going to go to the blue room with you guys for a while. Then I'm going to go and finish my flood cleaning. This is taking freaking months. This
Oh,
shit.
I bet. Yeah, that's
I
the
would
worst
imagine.
part. After the water goes down, that's when all the stank
Yeah.
shows up. Everything's nasty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
I know about that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dave, take care of yourself, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Angie,
Yeah.
thank you, darling, for coming in. We appreciate it.
What time do we start on Sunday? That seems like I'm always late.
I'm always a day late, dollars. Anyway, we start at 6 p.m.
Oh.
Central Standard Time.
Oh, okay.
When
I
it's
was
6
thinking it was
o'clock in
7.
Texas, we kick it off. I try to hit it so we hit, the East Coast and the West Coast. So, even on the West Coast, it's starting there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's early.
Yeah.
Bernadette's got to still go cook. What we cooking tonight, Bernie?
We're having beef stroganoff.
Ooh,
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I had egg rolls.
Yeah.
I
Right
had egg
on.
rolls tonight. That's it. Just egg
Buffalo
rolls. That's all I
chicken.
wanted. Just a plate full of them. I discovered a
Buffalo
new thing. Tabasco came out with a new
Well-
product, and it's called sweet and spicy sauce. It's a little squirt
Ooh.
bottle, and yeah, I like that on egg rolls. It's really good. Anyway,
Well, we're still trying to stay warm up here, so we're still doing those hearty meals right
I'll get
now.
the mirror out and shine it your way when the sun's shining down there. I'll
Thank
shine
you.
it.
I
Do
appreciate
that.
that.
Oh, Angie, thank you again, darling. And Mishachick, always,
Yes, sir.
baby, thank you.
You're
Our
welcome.
news girl on the keyboard.
And as always, John,
Our
what
fact
do the
checkers.
people have to do?
They have to like, share, and subscribe.
They do.
They do, right there and there at the bottom of the show down there, little 3 buttons down there, like, share, subscribe, that's
One
what,
of 'em.
yeah, pick one. Do them all.
Yeah, do
Do
them
them
all.
all. Just go for the whole thing. Order the steak and lobster. Go for it
It's
all.
all
Like,
free.
share, and
It's
subscribe.
free. Imagine that.
Imagine that. No charge. Anyway, Miss Chick, thank you. And of course, Bernadette, thank
You're
you, darling, so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you
I'm
all.
going to take another bottle of champagne and put it in the refrigerator for the next
For the
indictment
next
day.
indictment day. I'm loving this shit. Y'all pay attention.
Yes,
It's all
sir.
going to start kicking off. News will start kicking off, covering him leaving Mar-a-Lago and heading to New York, arriving at everything will be on the news. So stay tuned, and we will be back here Tuesday. Indictment day, baby, for another Blue Dot family meeting. So, yeah, pass the word. Let's have a good night. And y'all
John?
come. Yes.
John,
Yes.
does this mean I'm a woman because you?
DJ, did I miss you? I'm sorry, brother.
I don't care if you missed me, but being last with the women, I guess this means that I'm a female.
I'm sorry. And on that note, by the way, DJ, thank you so much for the
You're
for the
welcome.
drumsticks.
Yeah, enjoy those
We
things.
were all out there practicing with these things. And Travis really liked them. Travis, Tyler
good.
plays the drums. Tyler's
yeah?
on the guitar. Travis is on the guitar. Tyler's on the drums. Yeah, we have.
And you use those on regular drums?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Well, then
yeah,
that's good.
they're universal. You can use these on a tom or snare. They're
See, I don't know
fantastic.
anything about them. I just bought them saying, I think he'd like those.
I am going to have fun with them next time we get together and start playing. DJ, forgive me for.
Oh, that's no problem. I think I'm honored because you placed me with the ladies.
It was an accident. Don't push it too
I'm
far.
glad you see it that way.
DJ's in drag tonight, okay?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's always a pleasure.
John's Drag Show.
Anyway, thank you all for coming in. Our YouTube, our Facebook family. Thank you for being the chat was cooking tonight, baby. It was flying.
Yes, it was.
It was
Yes,
really
it was.
cooking. So thank you so much for that. Thank you to all those that donate, those on the Patreon list there. We appreciate you supporting us, and I want to point out that we have a new name on that list in memoriam, and that's Tony Austin, another Blue Dot that we have lost.
Oh no.
So remember, this is a family, baby. This is a family. Anyway, and we love like one. Y'all take care of yourself. Try to put a smile on your face and pass it on to somebody else tomorrow. They need it. Y'all say good night.
Good night.
Good
night.
night.
Good night, everybody, and we will see y'all later. As soon as John finds his mouse, because the buttons aren't working. Where's the mouse? There it is. I got it.